for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest-running biker TV show in the world. This week's the Harley-Davidson all-new 2020 Lowrider S. Then, from the street to the strip with Andrew Hines, pro stock Harley-Davidson drag racing. Also, Lisamarie Garcia had biker treat at Salty Shamrock. Then it's Freedom Story, the music video from Picturebooks. All this and more here on Born to Ride.
The Kawasaki 100. Very nice. Quick starting, powerful. The Kawasaki 100. Oh, what a big fuel tank. And shocks so comfortable, too. The Fun 100. Only Kawasaki does it.
I'm Kevin Mack from Counting Cars on the History Channel.
I'm Danny, a.k.a. The Count Coker, and you are watching Born to Ride TV. Stay tuned. Woo. Oh, yeah.
How I would describe Lowrider S is the quintessential badass performance cruiser from Harley, and this is the bike.
What's great about the Lowrider S is that it points at the future, but it also nods to the past. You know, some of our greatest products are like that.
Every day, every moment, I think about bikes. Mentally, I'm running my pencil all the time. My usual process is to start with the pen and paper. That's the easiest way for me, just to go into digital. The money shot, it's a rendering, just to show the feel and attitude of this bike.
The color scheme is the first thing that you notice, primarily dark finishes.
From the beginning, we never thought about anything other than black finish on this bike. It's all black and all business.
The graphic on the tank we're really proud of.
The font is something very iconic. The new wheel has the new bronze finish, which gives you like a little bit of premium feel.
Dice and I love the late 60s, early 70s Le Mans long-distance race cars, and they used a material in the wheels that was this tone, so we wanted to have that finish on the Lowrider S. The exposed air cleaner, the 114 motor. We wanted the bike to really be about the powertrain, you know, looking very, very powerful.
We gave a new handlebars, put you in a natural riding posture. You can ride this bike aggressively, but very comfortably.
It kind of, you know, changes the way you think about the way you look on the bike when you're riding it, and it helps you kind of get into the mood of the motorcycle, which we really like.
We stood the fork angle by 2 degrees to give more responsive, sporty handling. The headlights recessed in with the reverse slant shape gives you a menacing look. So this bike is making a statement.
I'm a big advocate of performance-based Harley-Davidson products, and with the new Lowrider S, we really are embracing that ethos.
The Harley-Davidson owns the scene when it comes to a performance cruiser. It's all about look, sound, and feel, and this bike has all that with the attitude. To me, that's what this bike is all about.
One of these motorcycles is a big 1000cc Harley-Davidson. The other Harley-Davidson's 250cc street bike, built to feel, ride, and look like a classic Harley-Davidson, with Harley-Davidson acceleration, power, durability. If you can't tell it from our big bike, see your AMF Harley-Davidson dealer. Experience the SS250 yourself. Until you've been on a Harley-Davidson, you haven't been on a motorcycle.
Developing a new pro stock motorcycle, it's a very labor-intensive job. Trying to take the FXDR from what people can ride on the street and transition it to a drag race motorcycle, it's been a wild ride the last year, really, to get it out to a national event, to get it to face the millions of people watching NHRA drag racing. I've been racing motorcycles for factory Harley-Davidson since 2003. Running the FXDR, it's like walking into a new corner office at your work, and you have to get used to the new surroundings. You know, this is my counterpart. This is something that I work with every day to try and get the good relationship with. So you got to build it up from the start, and the first few runs you learn to love it or hate it. And I know after riding this FXDR and testing, I love it.
The advantage goes to Andrew Hines.
The #1 styling goal is to make it win. You know, this is a race bike, so winning is everything. The inspiration for the original FXDR was to make the baddest straight liner in the world. The design process of this project was very unique because we got such an extremely short timeline, and we had to have the clear and concrete vision of how this bike should feel and look like. It cannot look like any other race bikes. You know, just like our production bikes, it has to stand out.
We started with the styling sketches, and then our job was really to take that sketch and actually put it into the 3D world so that we could start analyzing it and really taking a look at what this bike could do for us. You know, we basically followed the same process to design this FXDR NHRA bike as we do the FXDR.
There's a big difference between driving a race car and a race motorcycle, because when you're in a pro stock car, you're completely enclosed in the shell of the car, and we are so exposed to the elements on the outside of the motorcycle. If there's a crosswind or a headwind, we really feel it. We pop the clutch and go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in less than 2 seconds. I reach 190 miles an hour in just over 6 seconds, and that's also 3.5 Gs trying to pull me off of the motorcycle the whole time. It might look easy, going in a straight line, but there's a lot more to it. Now on the new FXDR, we have a really nice front fairing on the front of the motorcycle. The tank is shaped a lot better for me to lay down on it. I can really get tucked behind this motorcycle. It's much more comfortable, and it just allows me to focus more on what I'm doing instead of focusing on the wind that's pushing against me.
The first time I get to take this FXDR down the track, the most exciting thing is you're on a new motorcycle. It's like a tunnel vision view for us, because for us, it's 1,320 feet that we're concerned about, but we're looking straight, not worried about left or right or wherever we are. So you want to win, you want win lights, and that's what we're here to do.
We've had such a good run of success for the time being that we've been out here in NHRA drag racing. And obviously, we're never looking to go backwards, so we know this FXDR is going to be our next platform to move forward.
They say laughter is the best medicine. They must never have tasted wind. The new Lowrider S. Classic look, new roar.
Need we say more? Only at Crystal Harley-Davidson, Homosassa, Florida.
In the tradition of the world's most famous motorcycle, Harley-Davidson, two more expressions of engineering excellence, designed for the man who won't settle for less. The Harley-Davidson SX175 and SX250 on-off-road machines. Take your choice, the SX175, the SX250, for the rider who demands the best, the Harley-Davidson man. See the yellow pages for your AMF Harley-Davidson dealer.
it's Lisamarie here at the Salty Shamrock. Tonight we hosted our first ever Bike or Tree event. Tonight's Halloween event included costume contests for Best Adult Costume, Best Child's Costume, and the Spookiest Bike. Tonight also included live music, drink, and food specials here at the Salty Shamrock. The Salty Shamrock, guys, if you don't know, is in Apollo Beach, Florida, and it is one of the best to come out and hang out with your friends, your family, and your fur babies. Salty Shamrock offers a great array of food, great service, and a great atmosphere. Well, guys, this is Lisamarie signing out at the Salty Shamrock. See you next time, and thank you all for joining us tonight.
We know. You feel trapped. You want to get out where freedom begins. Simple. Take off on a legend, a Harley-Davidson Freedom Machine. This one's a classic, the 1200cc Electroglide. Harley-Davidson has meant quality and performance for more than 70 years. That's why AMF puts its name on the line, too. And that name adds even more value to sports products like Harley-Davidson motorcycles. AMF brings out the best in you.
We don't ride motorcycles, we ride Harley-Davidson. And I guess this is something that a lot of people think that way. Nobody, if you ride a Harley, you tell somebody, I ride a Harley. You don't tell them I ride a motorcycle. That's how much a Harley gives you a feeling. You know, it's crazy. It's so crazy how much everything changes as soon as you have a Harley. Hey, I'm Finn. I'm the singer and guitarist of the Picturebooks.
Hey, I'm Philip. I'm the drummer of the Picturebooks.
Philip and I met in the local skate park of our really small hometown. There's nothing going on in this town. There's no scene, no nothing. So when Philip came in wearing a Black Flag shirt and I was wearing a Roxy Music shirt back then, we immediately clicked and realized we're into the same stuff, motorcycles, music, and just skateboarding. We fell in love with that whole vibe, you know, of riding a two-wheeled motorized vehicle. You know, it was the coolest thing ever. I guess it's really hard to describe the feeling when you sit on a Harley and you actually ride it. I don't think there's a word for it. I think it's a feeling that you can't put in words.
You can't really put in words, but it's something you can feel and you can let yourself go, actually. You can just be one with your machine and just go. Endless.
I guess we realized real fast that you can't imitate a Harley-Davidson with something that is not Harley-Davidson. So we went through a bunch of bikes that were cool and a lot of fun, but knew real fast that we need a Harley. The funny thing is, I can't weld. Philip, you can't weld either. Like, we can't weld. We can't really actually build something from scratch. It's the same with music. We're not professional musicians. We just know what we want and we know what we don't want. And then we'll try to find a way to get there. And it was the same thing with bikes. We just love bikes, man. We just love bikes. I mean, at that point, Philip and I basically never ridden a new bike. And so I remember riding a Street Glide for the first time, and Philip had a Road King, and we just completely fell in love with it. And can't imagine riding anything else from now on, to be honest. Also, the thing with us is we don't really consider ourselves a band. We're just best friends that use music as a tool to express whatever's going on in our hearts.
Need we say more? Only at Crystal Harley-Davidson, Homosassa, Florida.
I am Gloria Nation.
You skip bail. I'm here to take you in.
I wanted to follow my daddy's footsteps, so I started my club, Heaven's Fire. Daddy was my strength. It was Daddy who helped raise Thomas after I was deployed overseas. Thomas, my world, my heart.
I want to work with you.
This is not a life I want my daughter to be involved in. Too much blood, Mom. Once you cross that line, there is no turning back.
I can do this.
Tomorrow, you will get your orders.
Make sure you come right home after school, okay?
What did you do? What did you do?
He's at the location. It's being handled.
Life is about courage. It takes courage to get back on the bike.
We take care of our own.
All right, let's go.